Two big wins for the Racers, a conference game at Morehead State, and then on Bracketbuster Saturday, the Racers took care of South Dakota State. That's all coming up today on the Racer Report. Plus, we will show you the Racers' brand new practice facility. The Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm begins right now. Hi folks, and welcome to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder with you as we come to you today in the brand new practice facility for Morehead State basketball. We'll be showing you a little bit of that later in the show as the building was dedicated on Saturday. But first, let's get you set on what is going to be the final week of the regular season. The Racers are at home this week, Thursday night against UT Martin, 7 o'clock tip. That's a men's game only. And then Saturday is a men's-women's doubleheader starting at 5:15 on Senior Day as the Racers take on Southeast Missouri State. That'll be a big day as we say goodbye to our seniors. But we're here in the new practice facility with head coach Steve Prohm. The Racers got two big wins this week. Wednesday night was a double overtime game, just a thriller at Morehead State. The Racers won that 106-100. And then on Saturday, in front of more than 70, I think it's about 7,500 here at the arena, the Racers beat South Dakota State 73-62 in the Bracketbuster. Coach, big week. Congratulations on two big wins.
Thanks so much. It was two great wins against two good teams. Anytime you went on the road and league play is great, and Morehead fought us tooth and nail up there with double overtime. So after the fact, you look back in a double overtime game like that and say, man, it was a great game we were just a part of. And then South Dakota State, terrific win. I think a top 75 RPI win. And a team that's going to most likely win the Summit League and play in the NCAA tournament.
It was a big day, so we're going to roll the highlights here and take a look at it from the CFSB Center. Coach, you always tell me that when you come out for the first time, you can kind of tell the buzz in the arena.
Yep.
And the place was about to explode before the game even started.
I was out there an hour before, just kind of watching our guys go through their pregame, or their initial pregame warm-up, their 60-minute warm-up. Excuse me. And the student section was alive, and I was talking to some of the fans. And when I came out right before tip-off, that's when you can tell, all right, and you could see, man, the energy. It was similar to the Belmont game, and that's what we need with this team. We need great energy from the crowd and to continue to be into the game. And they were terrific. The student section, the fans, everybody was electric last night. It was
Be Bold, Wear Gold Day, so you see a lot of gold in the stands as well. Now, this was kind of billed as Isaiah Cannon against Nate Walters of South Dakota State, two top 10 scorers in the country. Both wear number 3, both are seniors. It was more than that. It was two teams trying to win a ball game. But Cannon hit his first field goal with 10:36 to go, then hit another 3 there with 4:41. The Jackrabbits had a game plan for you guys, and it was a tough first half for you.
It was. They were difficult for us to guard at times. There's a great defensive play, and that's what we needed. That's when we started playing well in the first half. We had 4 guards out there, but they packed it in. They make you play 3-point line and out. They want to make you shoot jump shots, keep everything in front of you, not let you get anything inside or to the basket. So they did a terrific job, and then they were hard for us to guard when we had our big lineup out there, and so we had to make some adjustments. And my biggest goal was, all right, we're down big, let's get this thing to about 5 at half, and we were able to do that.
Yeah, got it down to 6, 39-33, and that was unfortunate on the tip in there, but the Racers were down at the half. They were down by 14 at one point in the first half, and then I'll be darned, right at the start of the second half, it was 14 again, Coach. But then you guys got it turned around on the defensive end. That keyed the whole thing, didn't it?
Well, defense is what wins championships. Defense is what wins this time of year, and defense has to fuel your offense, and that's what we finally did. We fueled our offense through our defense. We scored in transition. We got easy baskets, and that's how we need to play.
Well, Cannon got the rare 4-point play right there, fouled on the 3. And then kicked it out to Dexter Fields, who knocked it down, and the Racers had cut it to 7 with a 7-0 run. And you're just going to see here over the next little bit, this was part of the Racers' 29-19 run after they trailed by 14. It was a thing where I call him the sixth man. I know Texas A&M's kind of got a patent on that saying, but our crowd was a sixth man that night.
Yeah, they were great, and I tweeted after the game. I thought the atmosphere, thanked all the fans. The atmosphere was terrific, but you could see the big three by Isaiah. That's his patented shot he's made so many times in this gym. And then Stacy with a couple defensive runouts with some steals, and then he had 2 terrific dunks.
Wilson maybe channeling his inner Dante Poole there. How many times did you see Dante do that last year?
Yeah, and that's what, you know, when you shoot the gap and you make a good defensive play, you get easy baskets, and then when you get rebounds and you don't wait and you get that ball outletted to the point guard, CJ gets the ball pushed up the floor and your wings run, it gives you so many other easy opportunities, and that's the best way you want to play.
Well, say a word, Coach, about your freshmen, Jeffrey Moss and CJ Ford. They came in and really gave you a big lift.
Oh, I thought they were terrific. Collectively, together, they were probably the best they've been all year. But the biggest thing they did, they defended with a purpose, they rebounded the basketball, and they made the great decisions, and I was really proud of their effort.
Ed Daniel there played big in the second half as well, as the Racers took a 62-56 lead with 7:23 to go. And Daniel was getting, you tell you, when Ed runs the floor, you guys have really got another weapon there.
Well, it's a different team. It's a different team, and that's how we have to play. And, you know, that's why having great depth is so important, so you can keep guys fresh and you can keep running at people. But really proud of CJ. I mean, some terrific defensive plays. That was a huge spurt. I mean, Isaiah's not on the floor. We went with this lineup right here for defensive purposes, and they really did a great job getting the game even, and then Isaiah came in and then offensively really closed the door.
Yeah, he really did. Isaiah came in at the 4:22 mark, and basically you guys just kind of cleared out and let him do his thing.
Yeah, sometimes you don't, you know, sometimes they say, well, you're not doing anything. Well, you don't need to do stuff. You need to
that goes into the don't overthink it.
Yeah, don't overthink it. And I probably overthought it at times this year and maybe confused them or messed them up. But sometimes you just need to say, hey, you got a really good player. Let him go make a play. And, you know, that's sometimes the best thing to do. And he was terrific. And he's been great the last 2 games. And I'm happy for him because, you know, he's got a lot on his shoulders, and
sure does.
You know, but he's smiling and he's playing and he's having fun right now, and that's the Isaiah I want to see.
Well, you take a look at the box score there. Cannon had 22. He was 5 out of 10 from 3-point range. Wilson tossed in 15, but then you look at Daniel and especially the freshmen Moss and Ford, what they were able to do. Gosh, Moss and Ford combined for 9 rebounds, 11 points, and 4 assists in the time they were in there. So it was a big day for the Racers. 73-62. That is the Racers' 20th win of the season. It's the 28th overall 20-win season for the Racers, and they've tied the record now with 4 straight 20-win seasons. So big day for the Racers. We're going to take our first break with head coach Steve Prohm here, come back and go inside the Murray State locker room, and post-game comments next on the Racer Report.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State athletics.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max,
You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet
0 calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
It was very exciting. I mean, it don't matter. Even though I probably didn't take a shot in that last 10 minutes, it was great seeing them. It was great seeing Sip smile, get to the basket. It was great seeing him get those runouts. I mean, when everybody else is playing great, I'm happy. I mean, I try to lift them up with my defense, but I credit them for all the work. I mean, it's very exciting watching them happy because I want the seniors to go out with a bang.
Well, listening to Dexter Fields there, you could just tell that the genuine joy he got from the game, from watching his teammates be successful, and that's got to thrill you as a head coach.
Yeah, that's how you want, you want all your guys to be. You want them to be. If it's not, that was probably the best thing of that night is we're down 8 or 10, we make the run. Isaiah and Dexter on the bench, but they're both up, they're both cheering. They're not worried about individual accolades and individual glory. They're worried about the team. And Dexter made it. The one statement he made that was the best was, you just want these seniors to go out the right way. And that's our goal, to get these 2 wins this coming week and then get 2 in Nashville and get back in this tournament.
Is there anything better than when a team realizes they're playing for something bigger than themselves? That's kind of what's happening here.
Well, that's when you have special teams and those teams that in the past that have won so many games. I mean, they did that, and that's been one thing that we've got to, down the stretch run, we've got to do that. We've got to play for something bigger than ourselves, and if we do that, we're going to put ourselves in a position to win another championship.
Well, it was a big win for the Racers, 73-62 over South Dakota State. Afterwards, head coach Steve Prohm led us inside the locker room as he addressed his team. We'll listen to that as we go to the break here on the Racer Report.
Great job. Great job. We won that game, okay, on the defensive end of the floor. We held them to 23 points in the second half. 23 points. We scrambled, and then the fatigue factor, they couldn't make them jump shots, them same jump shots they missed in the second half. But our focus was a lot better in the second half. And the best thing about it is they hit us again. We got down 10, and we didn't panic. We came back. All right, CJ with a step in there, and Jeff, all right. All right, Stacy, in that stretch, you make some big plays, a couple great defensive steals. That's what we need from you. All right, Trez and Ed. It just depends on matchups sometimes. All right, Trez, way to step up today. Brandon, we're going to need you. You know that. And Ed, you were big, and then Sid, way to bring it home at the end, okay? We got 2 games left, all right? 2 games left here this week. We got Martin on Thursday, SEMO on Saturday. Listen up, SEMO on Saturday, all right? Finish those. We need to knock them 2 out, okay? And go on a high, going down to Nashville, okay? Ready to win a championship, all right? Let's go. Yeah, way to play. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach. People said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet
0 calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Hi folks, and welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. We're here today for the first time in the Racers' brand new practice facility. We're going to show you a little more of it on the next segment. But coach, let's go back and take a look at the Morehead State game. It was a Wednesday night game, the third straight road game for the Racers after losing a couple the week before. It was a big game, and we're going to go ahead and roll the highlights here. And coach, we're going to pick it up in the second half. 20-point lead for the Racers, and I'm thinking, wow, this is great. You guys are going to cruise to the victory. That's not the way it turned out. You had to win it in double overtime. So let's first just talk about that last part of the second half and what was going on over there with you guys and trying to fight off a determined Morehead State team.
Well, we got up 20. We were up 20. I thought we played well. We scored the basketball well. We were up 7 going into the half, and up 20 with the 20 or 16 with about 7-8 minutes to go, and then they started making a couple shots. We didn't rebound the basketball well. They were able to get some second chance opportunities, and then, our shot selection wasn't great at times. We turned the basketball over at times, and we didn't have the fluidness on offense that we closed the game with in the overtime sessions. So those were a couple things that played a big role in it. But the best thing about that game was there was a 27-point swing, and our guys responded and finished the game out instead of being discouraged. Right
towards the end of the first or the regulation there, we thought maybe Daniel, even after all that had happened, that he had tipped it in to win it at the buzzer. But I kind of thought with my naked eye, I thought it was late. Is that the way you saw it on the sideline?
Yeah, I said, man, we were trying to get Isaiah free for a shot, and something we work on all the time. And we got him. We made a 3 off of it at Jacksonville State. We didn't have enough time to run that part of the action, so we were trying to get Isaiah on a quick shot. But I just thought, I said, man, 2 seconds to catch it, shoot it, and get a tip in. I said, man, there's no way this is going to count. I said, I hope it does, but yeah, and it didn't. And credit Morehead State, they came out of this first overtime ready to play and put us in a bind.
That's right. The Racers were down by 7 points with 2:26 to go. They were down by 6 with 2:05 to go. But then that last part there, it was defense again. I think you forced 3 straight turnovers, made some shots, and then Daniel got the putback. This time it was good with 3.5 left, and then you held them on the last shot to go to another overtime.
What we did, we couldn't score in the second overtime. We weren't getting, we didn't get good looks. First overtime we couldn't score. We got down, and I just thought, man, if we can get this first basket and start turning them over a little bit, we'd be in good shape. And we finally got our first bucket, and then we were able to turn them over with our pressure in the full court. Got some easy baskets, and then Ed makes a huge tip-in off Isaiah's jump shot that sent it to double overtime, and then double overtime we offensively executed extremely well.
Yeah, you certainly did. In the overtime, Garrett scored, then it was a turnover, Cannon hit a 3, and then it was a 5-point lead, and you felt like the Racers had the momentum going, and Cannon hit another 3 with 2 minutes to go for a 9-point lead. And from that, I think he scored 10 straight points there at one point. And then towards the end, the Racers, I think, hit 6 straight free throws then in the second overtime to win it 106-100. Amazing game.
Yeah, we scored 106. That was a couple people texted me 106 points. I said, well, it went to double overtime. Yeah. But it's a terrific win. Anytime you can win on the road is a great thing. The way we had to fight through some adversity was terrific, and we've done that all this week, and hopefully that'll help us down the road these last couple weeks of the season.
We'll take a look at the box score. Playing 10 extra minutes, there are really some amazing numbers in there. Cannon was 10 out of 20 from the field. Ed Daniel was 10 out of 20 from the free throw line. Been a long time since somebody took 20 free throws in a game. Cannon was 10 out of 11 from the free throw line. He had 35 points, his 7th career 30-point game, his 3rd this season. Just an amazing day. The Racers 32 out of 46 from the free throw line and forced the Eagles into 23 turnovers. So it was an amazing day with the Racers winning that overtime game, double overtime game, 106-100 against Morehead State. So that'll bring us into this week. We're going to talk about that, and then on the other side of this break, we're going to show you this brand new facility here at Murray State. We'll do that next on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach. You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
On Saturday, a brand new practice facility was dedicated for Murray State basketball, both for the men's and the women's team. It was a big, big day here as we tape our show in the new practice facility today for the first time. Here's a look at what happened, starting with Athletics Director Alan Ward.
You hear me speak often about how important it is that our commitment equal our expectations for our basketball program and all of our athletic programs. And if we want to continue hanging championship banners in the CFSB Center, adding future years to this wall up here behind me, then it's important that we do make sure that commitment equals our expectations. And we're fortunate today because we're honoring that commitment and that excellence.
The comments there from Alan Ward, the athletic director at Murray State. Also, Dr. Dunn was there, the Murray State president, Dr. Gene Ray, the building named after him. And then all the people, the Suter family, Morgan family, proud to be a racer, all the people that gave the donations to get this place built, Coach. And here you and I are sitting here. It's really unbelievable to think that they broke ground about a year ago. And it's done, and you guys are in it, and you've been practicing in it. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's an amazing facility. We haven't been able to move our offices in. I don't want to spend 3 or 4 days right here in the middle of the season moving and putting stuff up. I've got other stuff I need to do right now, and my staff that needs to do right now. So, but I just, I tweeted last night, the dedication. I was amazed. I didn't realize that many people would be there. I mean, the gym was packed. I mean, every seat was filled. Everybody's standing around here. It's a ton of people in here, and that just shows how great the support and the passion that these people have for this program, and that these people had been envisioning this one day, to try to continue to take this program to higher grounds. And the Suter family, the Morgan family, Jim Thomas, proud to be a racer. Is the book coming out?
It is.
And then Gene Ray, I bumped into Jasmine's Friday night and spoke with him a little bit, and the direction of Alan Ward and Dr. Dunn, and Bob Jackson and Paul Radke, all the people that played a big part. That's a big deal, and it's a tremendous facility, and I'm pleased to be able to coach in it and work in this every day.
Well, you saw some of the video that we had from the ceremony. It was just such a great day, and Mr. Ward said at the beginning of his remarks, it's a great day to be a racer, and certainly having this place for the Murray State women's team and the Murray State men's team, it's just going to be huge for the program as we go down the road. So we'll take another break here on the Racer Report, and hopefully here before we end our season, Coach, we're going to have you give us a tour of the place, and we'll get a closer look at the offices and such. So we'll take another break, come back and check out the schedule and the OVC standings. We'll do that next on the Racer Report.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have one drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach. You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
Hi folks, we're back here to wrap things up on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Big week for the Racers coming up, and let's take a look at the schedule as it's getting short now. This is the last week of the regular season. UT Martin comes in on Thursday night. They got a Bracketbuster win over Longwood on Saturday, 89-79. The Skyhawks coming in here Thursday night, and then Saturday is senior night when the Racers take on Southeast Missouri State. They lost their Bracketbuster to Ball State on Saturday. So it's a big week for the Racers, and then that will propel them into the next week's OVC tournament, where they'll play on Friday night as one of the top seeds in the semifinals of the tournament. So, Coach, take a look at the standings. Just kind of recapping the Bracketbuster. The OVC was 6-6 on Saturday. Tennessee Tech beat Kansas City. Belmont beat Ohio. That was the game after ours on ESPN2 the other night. We mentioned UT Martin won. Eastern Illinois beat Northern Illinois, and then Jacksonville State won on the road at Asheville. The other games that the OVC didn't win, it looked like they were all great games and very close games.
Yeah, you know, our league is very good, and I promote our league anytime I can, and I think the top half of our league is extremely good. They've won games outside the league, big games. The tournament's going to be extremely tough,
right.
1 through 8 with everybody down there in the field. But I think we went 6-6 as a league. But anytime the OVC has a doubleheader on ESPN2,
right.
With Murray State at 7 and Belmont at 9, this conference is doing very good things. And what we've done over the last 5 years has been tremendous.
Eastern Kentucky was also on TV. The OVC, they were on TV at Valpo. OVC had 3 TV games.
3 TV games. You know, Eastern's having a terrific year. I know they struggled at Valpo, but Valpo is a difficult place to play. You know, but you know, when you look at 3 TV games, I mean that's unheard of. And this league has the teams in this league has really raised the bar, and so our league needs to continue to put money into basketball and continue to support basketball at a high level.
Well, the Bracketbuster has now finished. That was the last go-around, and hopefully there will be another vehicle that ESPN will come up with to feature mid-major basketball like they have. It's been a lot of fun. Well, Coach, we've run out of time here. We've got to go. Great week, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Okay, head coach Steve Prohm, and as we leave you today, the voice of the Racers, Neil Bradley.
It was a good week for him, too.
There you go.
Cannon, a little bit of bump there, no whistle call. Well, they're just not going to call fouls, obviously. 3-pointer on the way, Cannon hit it and is fouled. He'll have a chance at a 4-point play as Walters got him on the arm.